Have you ever wondered what it would take to go from being a regular old blogger to creating a company that's worth $200 million? See, I tell people all of the time that blogging is a really great business to get into because it opens you up to so many businesses online. Today's video is about a guy who managed to take one of the things that he learned through blogging, email marketing, and create a pretty insane company that solves a problem in that field. And he's done it in a really unique way. So let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of the business breakdowns we've been doing. Today we're going to talk about the success story of Nathan Barry and his really impressive company that we actually use called ConvertKit. This is going to be a really fun one. I have a particular admiration for the uniqueness of ConvertKit, and honestly, Nathan Barry as a person is a pretty unique guy. I actually wore my ConvertKit shirt today that I got at FinCon in 2019 when I met Nathan for the first time. Actually, he was one of the most intriguing people that I met at FinCon. And it was really cool to have a brief chat with him thanks to Alex being there and going and talking to him. So let's kick off with what I think is the first key factor in Nathan's success, his traffic, or his audience, if you will. Now, we all know that building an audience is crucial, and Nathan's nailed that by delivering a product that satisfies a specific need. Nathan decided to start ConvertKit when he was marketing products and communicating with his audience. He thought, this could be done better. So he made a product that he wished he had. And when you do that, it makes it really easy to sell that product. It was really easy for him to sell that product to all the bloggers in his network because he knows that they're probably having the same problem that he was, the one that he's solving. And that, plus a really killer affiliate program, has really helped drive ConvertKit's success. Just like us and a lot of creators, ConvertKit has an affiliate program that really incentivizes its users to spread the word about them. I mean, people love getting paid for recommending a product that they genuinely believe in. And when that product is really awesome and solves a problem that they have, then it's a win-win situation. It's not just about the money that ConvertKit makes. That money is spread to other people who recommend that product. So they have created a really smart marketing strategy that gets people genuinely excited to share the product by making a great affiliate program. And some of the most successful creators out there that make a lot of money a month, they don't focus on building these insane traffic avenues of SEO and social media, etc. But instead, they create a really good product that can be spread through word of mouth. And it opens up the idea that the internet can be a place for collaborative earning, that people can make good money by suggesting and helping people discover things that they enjoy or use. And so you can build a company that is successful based off of that. When you're monetizing, it doesn't always have to be about traffic. Sometimes it can be about just incentivizing people to be collaborative and aligning everyone's interests, like I mentioned in the last video. And so by doing that, ConvertKit was able to build a really awesome network of people talking about using and suggesting ConvertKit. So next up is monetization. Nathan Barry is someone who has executed a really well thought out revenue plan. He's implemented on ConvertKit's revenue model being based around the idea of creating recurring revenue. And it's appeared to honestly be a really smart decision. See, here's the deal. ConvertKit operates on a subscription-based model where users will pay a monthly fee to access the platform's email marketing service. And having that as a monthly recurring subscription can mean it's like having a loyal customer base that keeps coming back every month and paying the same amount. And those recurring payments, they start to add up to a really nice steady revenue for Nathan and his team to utilize in the growth of the company. And you see this all the time with gyms and things like that. And it's a little more predictable and dependable than having these massive upswings. I mean, we've had months that have been like 200,000 and months that have been 20,000 at Create and Go. And that's just an insane jump. And ConvertKit has had a pretty predictable and dependable income because of the revenue model they're using. So while we're all busy creating new content to keep revenue coming in and growing, ConvertKit they have generated this consistent baseline income that has a consistent growth rate. So, I mean, talk about the dream, right? Aside from that, let's talk about something that really caught my attention when I first discovered Nathan's blog, and that's his creative business practices. I think that he's a pretty creative guy in general in the way that he approaches his company and his product, but specifically the way that he runs the business is interesting. See, people think when starting a blog or any business that you have to follow an exact blueprint, but you can do things differently. There are no rules, and Nathan thinks outside of the box, and I like it when people get weird with it. I want to see like interesting business practices and interesting like revenue sharing models and things like that. So what is ConvertKit actually doing differently? Well, first off, ConvertKit is an entirely remote company. And that's really convenient these days. You don't have to worry about like a dreary office space or, commuting. And they've kind of embraced the remote work culture and they've made it work for them. And this is kind of becoming pretty controversial, this like work from home thing, but freedom and flexibility is easily the biggest contributing factor to my improvement in quality of life when I switched to working online. And I love that a company is taking that approach. But also get this, they also have standardized salaries, which I haven't really heard of too much. But from what I understand, this eliminates like salary negotiations or gender pay gaps. They've gathered data, they've compared national averages, and they've created standardized salary ranges for each role. And that means that everyone is being paid fairly based on the experience and the role that they have. And that information is public too, so there's no gender pay gap, no pay discrimination or anything like that. Nathan's actually even admitted that sometimes can cost them employees that go for higher paying jobs. But it does sound like they're pretty committed to taking the fair approach, which, I mean, I respect that. I respect the unique decision to do something different. And that's a big approach that it seems like ConvertKit embraces. So let's move on to the next thing. Nathan's concept or philosophy of teaching everything you know, which is, of course, what the ConvertKit shirt says. And this is something that has really stuck with me since I first heard him say it. I've even living by this philosophy myself just by making these videos and trying to improve at telling stories. It's all about sharing your knowledge, helping others grow, and building a really strong community. And Nathan believes in empowering his audience and his readers and the people that are interested by providing valuable content, products, and resources. And it works. I mean, it turns out that people actually appreciate genuine help and good value. Who would have thought that, right? But Nathan's commitment to teaching has not only helped creators like me, but it's also built a really rock solid reputation for ConvertKit. He has a rock solid, reputation in that he's really honest. I think even they had like a big snafu with like changing the name or the brand or something, and he even openly admits that it was a bad idea. People trust him because they feel he's genuinely invested in the company and he's really transparent about his journey with his own work. He's sharing everything, and it can be really nerve-wracking to try and teach, but I think it's a worthy thing to lean into, to just teach everything you know. We never know who that could actually affect. I like to think of creators like, Tim on TikTok, who his last name, I'm not going to butcher it, but he's the guy who does the day in the life of a cool dude who works in corporate and has a sweet family and a meaningful life and all that. And it's a really good approach. It's something that people really resonate with, and it's one that I'm trying to embrace and get better at. Creators like that, they aren't afraid to share their perspectives and the lessons and kind of give all the secret sauce away. And that really does pay off for them. It's like I said in the last video, fortune favors the bold. So don't be afraid to teach everything you know. It honestly will help you connect with your audience better. So next up is how Nathan treats the employees at ConvertKit. And honestly, I'd be interested to hear from the employees, but it seems like a really big family over there, and I like that. You have to set the tone and the energy of your company, and it feels like this vibe is growing at Create and Go. Like, it feels like me and Kathy and Lauren and our freelancers are a really unique team, and we have a lot of fun together. And the more of that we do, the better we get. A part of the reason that I fell in love with Create and Go from the start was that when I got hired on in my early days, it really felt like a family. And hell, I even remember at FinCon, Alex was there when I got my Create and Go tattoo. And I'll have to tell more about the crazy night and my $10,000 tattoo that I got with the guys from Laptop Empires. It's a crazy story for another day. But anyways, I love that family dynamic when working with a small company that values that culture. And from what I've learned, Nathan goes above and beyond to create a positive work environment that also reflects that effort with company retreats, how they operate in general, with the standardized salaries. It's like he really values his team members, and he makes sure that they feel appreciated. In fact, based on my research, ConvertKit apparently distributes 60% of its profits to the team, which is not really a practice that you see too much of. So kudos to him. I really can't imagine that creative approach has contributed to a lot of the growth of ConvertKit. So lastly, let's talk about the beauty of creating a product that solves a problem. See, ConvertKit is by a creator for creators. It streamlines the process of communicating with your email list, and it makes it as easy and efficient as possible. And it's basically a system that saves creators time and money and helps you make more money in email marketing. A problem that Nathan Barry was having when he was a blogger. Like I said earlier, he created the product that he wished he had. And creating the things you wish you had is an excellent approach to your own blog or business. Think, what do you want to give people that you wish you had sooner? And, maybe you have a health blog like Kathy from Healthy Ambitions, and you make the content and share the recipes that you wish you knew sooner. Yeah, that was an unrequested, unexpected plug for our favorite customer service manager. Shout out Kathy from Create and Go. Teaching everything you know to people that are having the same problems that you had is all that it takes to succeed. It's an incredible mindset to create something that solves problems and makes money. Yeah, there you have it, guys. That's what I think are the main secrets behind Nathan Barry's success with ConvertKit. Success is not just about the numbers. It's about the people, the culture, and the impact you create. You want to stay true to your values and be transparent and never stop learning. Just ignore her. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be breaking down your success story. So thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, creating something is always better than creating nothing. I'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching.